All right, welcome to week one, lesson one, understanding the journey. Um, with this first lesson, I'm going to kick things off and kind of give you a bird's eye view of exactly what you're going to be going over. And specifically in this, well, let me just show you what's covered in this one. So first, I want to lay down how you get support and get on the coaching calls. We have one of the best ways to get help and support so you don't have to do this thing alone. You can get all the help and support you want through various methods. So I'm going to cover that in detail so you know right away where you can come to when you need a helping hand. That is key, and how to get on the coaching calls, of course. Then I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of the journey, kind of taking a step back and just looking at the course, the whole program, from way up, 30,000 feet up. So you can kind of oversee the larger picture. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of dial back in and I'll go through the program schedule week by week in a more detailed sense. And that's what we're going to really cover in this first lesson here in week one. All right, so how to get support and attend the coaching calls. All right, so the first place that you can get support is our current Facebook support group. This is where you can connect with other authors, publishers like yourself, people doing the exact same thing. You can get support, you can ask questions, build relationships, and yeah, the Facebook support group is probably one of the most influential things that I had when I first started as a publisher myself. If it wasn't for, because I started in a way back, the course I took, it didn't offer a support group. You had to pay extra for the support group. And my first few months, I had nobody else to go to help with. The creator definitely wasn't going to talk to me, and I just had to try to figure things out on YouTube and through the general videos in the program. But that wasn't enough. There were certain specific questions that I had, and it wasn't until I started making a little bit of money that I was able to pay to get into the group that I was able to answer or ask more questions and get the proper support I needed. Once I started doing that, my sales just absolutely exploded. And so don't underestimate how powerful this support group is. There, you can literally just share your book in there, get direct feedback from people who are doing exactly what you're doing, and that's definitely one of the most valuable tools in this program. And then there's going to be the coaching calls. So right now we have them every 2 weeks, right? Bi-weekly coaching calls every 2 weeks. And this is where you can jump on. So there's two ways to do it. We do them live, and I run them all myself. So you can hop on live, and if you have specific questions that you want answered, you can submit a ticket. And I'll answer that specific question. We go through every single question, and I'll answer your specific question based on whatever it is. So this way, there's no guessing. In this course, in this program, you don't have to guess your way through it. If there's a specific thing that you need help with, we'll jump on the call, tell me about it, and let me dive into it. We've done, and you guys, you'll have access to all of the past coaching calls that we've been running as well. You can go and watch all of those as well to kind of see how they're done. But we've had people, they share what their book on the calls, so I can dive into it on Amazon and take a look at their live book and give them direct feedback on what's working, what's not working, what they need to improve on, or this or that. So the coaching calls are just absolutely amazing, and they usually go for about an hour. Sometimes they go longer if we have more calls or we're just kind of diving into it. But yeah, and I didn't mention this. So the Facebook group will have a link. There's a link on the front page of the course when you log into the main course. There's a link in there for how to join the Facebook group. I'll also put a link below this video how to join the Facebook group, and then I'll also put a link or you're going to see actually how to join the coaching calls in a couple more slides. So I'll let that go. And then customer service. So customer service is for tech issues. Like you lost your password, you can't log in for some reason, or some other issue that's more of a techie issue. It's I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but in the Facebook group, that's how to help your business. Customer service is like, hey, Mecca, I'm logged out of my account and I can't figure out how to do this, right? That's what you want to reach out to our customer support team for, and they'll be able to help you with that. So hopefully that makes perfect sense there. All right, so the Facebook group. So let's take a look at this. So this is, I guess, what the Facebook group looks for me. It might look a bit different based on your browser and yourself, but this is basically it. You guys all know what a Facebook group is. One thing I do highly recommend is you turn on notifications. So based on what platform you're on, you're just going to want to turn on notification settings. It's usually in this hamburger thing over here. You can turn on your notifications and turn on all posts. This way you're just notified, and we don't spam it, and you're not going to get useless posts and stuff like that, but you never want to miss something. The Facebook group is the main way we communicate. Very rarely am I going to send out an email or whatever, but if there's something to update everybody on, it's going to be done in the Facebook group. So that's where you want to, you just don't want to miss out on anything here. Okay. And coaching calls. So the coaching calls, if you go over to the event tab, so you see here, and like I said, it might be a little different for you, but you just go over here and you're going to click on the events, and then you're going to see the upcoming events and past events, and that's how you join our coaching calls. You'll simply click on that, and it'll bring up the event page. That's going to look like this, and then you simply just click on right there, and we're using Zoom for right now, so you simply click on that link, and you'll be able to join the calls. And to submit your questions, there's going to be that little link right there. That's where you submit your questions to the Google Doc. Really self-explanatory. But yeah, like I said, you definitely want to do your best to get onto the calls. Now they are all recorded, so if you can't get on, you can always just submit your question, and then watch the call later once it's up in the course, like within the next 24 hours or so, and you'll be able to get the answer that you need there. Now, how to get a hold of customer service. So like I said, this is for like if there's a video missing or a link is broken inside the course. Some things get missed. If there's an error or something like that, your password doesn't work, or some sort of other tech issue you're running into, support at myselfpublishingblueprint.com, and that is where you're going to submit or send an email, and we'll get whatever issue it is resolved. You don't want to put this type of stuff in the Facebook group. We want to keep the Facebook group for the actual helping people with their books and not full of tech issues or whatever. So let me give you a bird's eye view of the program, of what this is going to be like over the next few weeks here. So week one, step one. This whole week is really just about preparing yourself, just getting you ready for what running your own business is like. This is what we're going to be doing, just mentally, and helping you become just helping you become ready for essentially the journey of what we're going to be going through. Step two, or week two, is all about finding your book topic. And so whether or not you already know what you want to be writing about or publishing about, week two is all about diving into that. Week three is creating the actual book, whether it's writing it, or most of you are going to be using Ghostwriters, or perhaps a mix, but creating your actual book is going to be covered on week three. And then week four is all about building your audience, right? And this is one of the biggest things that a lot of people miss out on. So it's just about how to build your audience and go from there. Week five is launching your book, right? Coming up with a specific launch strategy, and I'll dive into that in a second. Week six is how to generate actual sales. So getting sales. Week 7, creating your audiobook. And then week 8, taking things to the next level. So this is kind of a bird's eye view of what you're going to be going through. Now it says week. Some of these will take multiple weeks to complete. Some of them will take a week to complete. You can go at your own pace, and that's the beauty of this program. You don't have to rush through it. But it's laid out in this way to try to keep it as simple and as organized as possible for you. So let's zoom in a little bit further and talk about these. So preparing yourself. Why is this step so important? If you're coming from the 9-to-5 life, or if you've never really ran your own business before, you've never published a book, made any money online, it's a very different mentality than just going in and clocking in at a job and clocking out at the end of the day. This is a completely different thing. And out of all of the things that I've learned myself over my journey of doing this, is there are certain things that help you become more productive and that move the needle and allow you to become successful faster when you take the time to quote unquote sharpen your axe, versus just jumping the gun and trying to get everything done right away. So I'm going to make sure that you understand everything we do first before you start executing on it. And this is all what we're going to be diving into in this week, in week 1, in the next couple lessons here. So week 2 is all about finding your book topic. And this is, you can call it keyword research or niche research, but this is where we're going to discover what's the book that's going to be unique to you that you want to produce. And, gone are the days of trying to find, hey, what is the most profitable keyword on Amazon to write a book on? Those days are long gone. And what's exciting is today you can actually make a lot more money publishing and writing books on Amazon by using what you're going to be learning over the next few weeks than you can with the old methods from back in the day, just trying to find the best-selling keyword or whatever the case is. And we've been noticing that with customers or with our students, is they're finding greater success and not having to worry about competition as much because they're finding topics that are unique to their situation, creating books based on that, and just exploding because of a whole bunch of little things that they're doing that you're going to be learning how to do through this program over the next few weeks. So that's going to be week 2, finding your book topic. And then week 3 is creating your actual book. And this is where we, figure out your title, your how to get the book written, how to design your outline, how to design a cover. We're going to cover copywriting. We're going to cover SEO. We're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff that you might not have ever heard of before, but it's all laid out. Some stuff you've probably heard of, but it's all laid out in a way that it's simple for you to understand, easy to follow, and extremely executable. And this is one of the weeks that takes the longest because it takes the time to get your book written. It takes a while. It takes a little bit to get your outline created. But week 3 is a work week. Week 3, there is a ton of stuff to get done in that week, because we don't just create a book. We create the best possible book you can, and having an outstanding product is one of the things you're going to keep hearing over and over and over again in this program, that you have to have an outstanding product in order to do well. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at week 3. Now, week 4 is building your audience, and really it's your email list. And this is something that, publishers, for whatever reason, they have always stayed away from, or they've been unsure of what to do. I break it down and simplify it for them. And, building your audience, creating an email list is just, it's not an optional thing anymore. And this is what shifts you from just a publisher on Amazon to an actual business owner. It's when you start to capture the emails. And I show you this And it is a bit of a techie week where there's a lot more technical stuff in terms of computer stuff and whatnot we're going to do. But I screen share it and I show you exactly step by step how to do it, because this was the stuff that always would confuse me as a new publisher. So I've designed these lessons in a way that it just simplifies it and makes it pretty much foolproof for you to follow along and create your email list as well. Week 5 is your launch week. So it's understanding what a proper book launch is. So it's not just publishing a book and putting it on Amazon and saying it's done. It's publish a book. Let's pick the date we're going to publish the book on, our plan of attack beforehand and during the actual launch, and your post-launch plan. So it's coming up with an actual launch plan. And this is something I've never actually taught before. Publicly, just to private students. So this is going to be this is a big game changer. It's probably one of my favorite weeks. Also because you're launching a book. Exciting times. Now week 6, we're running Amazon ads. There is no running Amazon ads is just a must, and I love week 6. Week 6 is amazing because these are lessons I'm really excited about, because it's done in a way that it just makes Amazon ads easy. You just got to literally just follow what is in the ad, follow what is taught in the lessons. Your ads will end up being successful. And week 6 is just, you're going to love week 6. And week 7 is creating your audiobook. We create 3 different types of books: the ebook, the paperback, and the audiobook. Week 7 is a separate week in itself, because you create your audiobook on a completely different platform. And so that's what week 7 is going to be all about. And the cool thing about audiobooks is they pay some of the highest royalties out of the ebook or paperback. So it's, that's where a lot of money is going to be made, is through your audiobook. And then week 8 is just taking things to the next level, where we talk about how to bundle your book, create packages for your book, how to publish on other platforms, and a whole bunch of other things that will be talked about as week 8 continues to grow and I continue to add lessons to it. And that is really the bird's eye view of what the journey is going to be like over the next little bit. I'm excited that you chose my self-publishing blueprint to be your program of choice, to help take things to the next level for your publishing career or your online business. And let's just dive into it, and let's move on to the next lesson on preparing yourself.